There are a ton of robots in Overwatch. There's Orisa, or Echo, who looks like she could come straight out of an Isaac Asimov novel. But I have an unwritten rule that I can only pick one character from each game or franchise, so I'm going with Bastion. I think it's short for Bastion. There used to be loads of Bastions. They were peacekeepers that ended up being killers during the Omnic Crisis. Google it. It was a big old rebellion against the humans. But this particular Bastion got hurt and was forgotten about for years. When he woke up, he had a newfound respect for life and nature. He even has a bird friend called Ganymede. Lovely, aren't they? So now he's on our side again, and I like robots who are on our side. Seeing how Portal 2 is like one of the best co-op games of all time, I think it's only right to include the two robots you play as, Atlas and Peabody, or Blue and Orange. Originally created from scraps by the OG Portal robot, GLaDOS. God, I forgot GLaDOS. Guys, is it too late? Can I add GLaDOS? Can she be number 4? Anyway, originally created from scraps by my fourth favourite robot, GLaDOS, Atlas and Peabody are essentially best mates. She puts them both through the ringer, trying to get them to betray each other and even turn them into killing machines. Only she fails on both counts because they're just too good. How cute are they? Ever seen robots boogie like that before? And that's the thing with these two. They're just so adorable and complement each other so well. I wish I had a friend like that. Instead, I'm stood here alone with just my thoughts and a production team who won't let me change my mind. Can I? Still no.
Transformers.
They've been around forever. And when I say forever, I mean the 80s. Toys, cartoons, games, animated movies, they're huge, literally. And the biggest and bestest one of the lot is the leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime. He may not be the actual biggest, that's Unicron, obviously, but he has the biggest heart, and the coolest voice, and the most badass lines.
You, who are without mercy, now plead for it? I thought you were made of sterner stuff.
Nowadays, he's busy battling Megatron in the Bay films, or on Netflix cartoons like Rescue Bots or Transformers Cyberverse. And you know what? He's always on the side of good. What a lovely fella. Sauntering in at number 7 is everyone's favourite robo-detective and Fallout 4 companion, Nick Valentine. Valentine's a synth, or synthetic human, so he might not technically be a robot, but he's certainly a kind of automaton, so I'm putting him in. He's just a very, very useful sidekick. He's a detective, so he's pretty observant, but he's also damn handy in a fistfight, and can hack into computer terminals. What more do you need from an NPC? He's based on 1930s private detectives, so he looks cool and fires off some great quips, especially when dealing with certain judgmental Brotherhood members.
Don't get any ideas, Synth.
From you folks, I wouldn't know where to look.
From you folks, I wouldn't know where to look. Classic Valentine. There aren't many robots that have their names in the title of their game. In fact, I can only think of one. It's XJ0461, or Clank from Ratchet & Clank. He may well be the bravest robot in this list, probably one of the smartest, and because of his size, he's mainly used to get into tight spaces where Ratchet might struggle. He also goes on his own missions from time to time, and can embiggen into a full-on giant to fight larger enemies. And I'm just gonna say it, Ratchet's a loudmouth. I don't like him. But Clank, he's level-headed. He uses his brain, or whatever robots have where their brains should be, chips and numbers, to get out of difficult situations. Ratchet might get all the plaudits, but it's Clank who gets done. The Titanfall universe is full of colourful and interesting robots, but there's one who stands head and shoulders above the rest. We know him as Pathfinder. He's the most friendly character in Apex Legends, of pure heart, an eternal optimist, and a great listener. Yep, that's him you can see serving drinks. The poor guy doesn't have a mouth of his own, so I don't quite know how he would give any sage-like bartender advice, but he does display a big smiley face on his belly, and that's something, right? But where he really speaks to me is why he competes in the Apex games, and that is to find his creator. He believes that if he does well and becomes popular in the Titanfall universe, he'll catch his creator's attention. All he wants is for his dad to love him, and to do so with such a cheery disposition and a willingness to explore the unknown makes him a robot we can all aspire to be like. I've been looking for my dad my whole life, and I'm just miserable. It's R2-D2, I know. There are loads of robots in the Star Wars universe. Why am I picking R2? Aren't he and C-3PO just the comic relief? Well, yeah. 3PO is a bumbling buffoon, but R2 is boss, because he saves the entire galaxy. Let's go through this just so I can be as clear as I can. 1. In A New Hope, he's entrusted with Leia to deliver her message to Obi-Wan, which he does. 2. He's strapped into Luke's X-Wing on their mission to destroy the Death Star, which they do. 3. He and 3 other droids are ordered to repair the ship's shield generator in Phantom Menace. Once the task is complete, only one of them returns. Guess which one it is? You see, R2-D2 isn't just a droid. He's there when he's needed most. A calm, level head when everything around him is going to pot. He's absolutely pivotal for good to triumph over evil. This dude, my friends, is not just a robot. He's a hero, and he makes great noises. Borderlands is great. Space western setting, balmy battles, goofy weapons. What's not to love? Well, depending on which side of the fence you sit on, there's one robot that's now synonymous with the game, who is our number 3. It is, of course, Claptrap. Yeah, he's annoying, borderline useless, and goes on and on and on and on about how lonely he is. And yeah, he makes jokes at the worst possible times, but he's also our friend. He's still pretty funny.
Oh, my eye just switched back on. I see a tough-looking minion and an incredibly handsome robot.
He's appeared in every Borderlands game, spin-off, and DLC. So really, without Claptrap, there's no Borderlands. And a world without Borderlands is a world I don't want to be a part of. So Claptrap, thanks for being there when we need you. No, sorry, I got a little bit lost there. The point I'm making is that every single robot on this list could kick my bum. Even R2-D2. He'd probably electrocute me or something. But no one scares the living bejesus out of me the way the Terminator does. It's the original Schwarzerific T-800. He was an unstoppable killing machine with one purpose, and that was to kill Sarah Connor. The T-800 showed no emotion, no remorse, and killed anything and everything that got in his way. Just look at him! He's a massive murdering maniac. That's him beating up a bunch of goons. Hey, was that Bill Paxton? And that's him dispatching an entire police force. And you know what the scariest thing is? The Terminator was set in 2029, so we're gonna have a bunch of these things attacking us in not many years' time. Get to the chopper! Classic Arnie. It's the one and only Bender Bending Rodriguez. The cigar-chomping nihilist was built in Tijuana, Mexico, and is made up of zinc, lead, osmium, titanium, dolomite, chromium, and booze? He's literally powered by it, which makes him rather surly. He's foul-mouthed, unapologetic, and, well, doesn't like our kind very much.
When do we kill all humans?
Never.
But what about our motto? Doesn't it mean anything?
Yet behind this hardened grey shell is a conflicted soul who loves his friends, which is quite problematic because he really does want to end the human race and become a folk singer. Bender's that rare breed of robot, evil to his very core, but a big old softie at heart. Aww. That's your lot, fellow humans. My favourite sentient things that definitely aren't foreshadowing the extinction of the human race. It's been a pleasure. Now, I'm off to listen to some music. Alexa, play Robot Rock by Daft Punk.
Playing Destroy Coal by our robot overlords.